You know what you should do? You should follow me on Twitter at Brahma018. Link in the description. Do it now. So with the FIFA 22 closed beta now underway, I thought it would be a good time to give my preview of the beta. In particular, in this video, I want to talk about my expectations, I want to talk about what we can look for and what we can judge, and also my plans for the beta as well. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm Brahma, aka Ash, and with this channel we cover all things FIFA, PES, football in general. But in particular, with the build up to FIFA 22 now underway, the closed beta is out, I will be playing it, and as a result I thought it would be good to get this out there early doors like we did last year, but hopefully I can get some content out there as well along the way, so I can keep you guys as informed as I possibly can. So we're going to talk about my expectations, we're going to cover the gameplay, the likes of career mode, etc. But first, I do want to quickly just sort of go over my plans for the beta. So first things first, obviously we've got this preview. And then after that, I think I'm going to try and get a video out there about my first impressions of the gameplay itself, what I'm sort of enjoying, what I'm not enjoying, and then we're going to follow that up later on down the line with a full gameplay review, and I can give my thoughts overall on what I think needs improving and what's good in the gameplay, etc. It is of course important to remember that the closed beta this time is out for a longer period than what it has done in previous years. Usually it's out for around about 10 days. They'll give you the opening game mode that they invite you to, i.e. Pro Clubs, Career Mode, Ultimate Team, and then after about 5-6 days they'll open it up for a few more days so that you can play every game mode. This time, however, because the release date has been pushed back, I think that has allowed them to prolong the time span of the beta. So as a result, we've now got a 3-week time period in which to play the beta. So that's going to be really handy for us being able to nail down as accurate as a review as possible. I myself personally have only been invited to play Kickoff, as has everyone, and also Pro Clubs as well. Those of you who follow the channel regularly and are regular viewers and subscribers will know that I'm a career mode guy, and I have been since we started out this channel. But last year, or FIFA 21 should I say, I actually didn't play career mode at all, mainly because one, I thought the gameplay was horrendous, like really bad. So you're never going to play a career mode if you don't enjoy the gameplay. And two, the training as well. I thought the training, which was a feature that I'd asked for and I was looking forward to, was such a slog. They really elongated it. You wasn't able to get it in sort of a swift and sort of steady way to do it regularly. You kept having to go through it, etc. Every single session, and bear in mind you might have 3-4 sessions a week between each game. It was just such a slog and something I was not interested in doing. So I've only been invited to play the Pro Clubs beta as a result. However, as I just mentioned, they will open it up after a certain amount of days, so then we're going to really dive into career mode. But other than that, I'll still be playing lots of Kickoff, really nailing down the gameplay and sort of seeing what features work, what features don't. So that's something that you can also look out for. We'll have a review on career mode. We'll also have a review on Pro Clubs as well if people are interested. I know that's something I've not really covered on my channel, so as a result, just let me know if you'd like to see Pro Clubs content. That would be absolutely fine. And then elsewhere for the channel, like I say, we're going to go into real deep dives into reviews of the gameplay and of career mode, but also what I'm going to talk about is sort of underrated features or most overrated features, something that people may have missed as well. I think that's something that people would like to look out for on top of that. So first off, let's talk about my expectations for the gameplay. First of all, now something that I want to quickly speak about is this sort of hypermotion technology, something that they're really pushing out at the moment. This has really got my expectations high for the gameplay itself, because if done right, this hypermotion technology should make this experience the most realistic that FIFA has ever been. Now I emphasize the word should, because as we know, this is FIFA, this is EA, and anything can happen. They talk the talk all the time, they talk a great game, they can sell you a dream, but the question is, can they live up to it? And so only time will tell, only experience playing the game will tell. But this is something I am very much looking forward to. Some people have been wondering on social media and on the internet why they're pushing this out so much. It sort of goes over their heads a little bit. Trust me, this feature has the potential to make this such a hyper-realistic experience, or as close to hyper-realism as you can really get in a sort of, I guess 11v11 simulation game. So this, for me, could really make it, but hopefully it sort of plays that role very well. Another part of the gameplay that I'm really looking forward to seeing in action is the defending. Now, they really pushed out in the sort of a trailer and the deep dives building up to this how the defensive side and defensive AI will be much more intelligent. They'll stay to keep their shape more. They'll create a much more zonal marking system. They'll go from side to side depending on if the opposition are switching it. There's a lot in there to try and replicate what a lot of teams are going to do in real life. This is something I'm really going to be focusing on and looking out for, because if that's true, then it can be very good. Again, this is something that we need to see: players retaining more shape, more intelligence on the defensive AI, because currently, and it's always really felt like this on FIFA, it feels like it's just you defending alone. You can only control one player at once. You can't control all 11. So the opposition, or the artificial intelligence, I should say, need to be able to play their part as well and play its role. So that's something I'm also looking for. Overall, in terms of the gameplay, I'm hoping, just praying for just a better experience. Like I say earlier on in the video, the gameplay for FIFA 21 I thought was just so poor, so poor. So hopefully it can just take a step up. They also spoke about lots of this sort of multi-touch sort of control, where players in one sort of animation are able to touch the ball multiple times, and it adds for a more realistic experience, but also just sort of better control of the ball. So again, this is something I'm going to be looking out for, and it's something I'm looking forward to as well. So overall, optimistic about the gameplay, and hoping that, just praying that it will be an enjoyable experience, and we'll see how that one plays out. Elsewhere, in terms of career mode, we've got plenty of new features as well. Something that to also mention, for once EA showing love to all the game modes this year. All the game modes are getting new additions. It's about time, I know. And we shouldn't be praising them for this. This should be the expectation as a yearly franchise and a yearly game. But finally, they are showing some love to all the modes, adding some new features, making improvements, hopefully. And the same is for career mode. First of all, we've got the Creator Club in the Manager career. We've got more detailed stats, etc. We've got quite a few new features. That's something I'm looking for. In terms of an overall series, I won't be doing a Creator Club series, but it's still something I'm going to be looking to play in my own time, and that's something I'm, again, optimistic about. Player career is something that they really did push out. They've made lots of changes that really just gave it a rebirth, if anything, because it had become so stale. They're just making no changes to it. Finally, we've seen some movement in this area. So again, I'm going to be playing that and hoping to give positive feedback and have a positive experience. Again, as is usually the case in recent years, I'm coming into this optimistic, feeling cautiously optimistic, I should say, about sort of what it's going to be like this year and how it's going to play. Obviously, only time will tell. But for career mode as a whole, both manager and player, I'm feeling encouraged by the changes. I think maybe there could have been a bit more, but it is a start. It is better. It is something that sort of gets the juices flowing a little bit. So for me, this is something that I am looking forward to. I'll also be looking out for any new leagues, any new competitions that are confirmed. I've seen that the Indian Super League has been confirmed. We've also seen the Europa Conference League, the newly sort of introduced third European competition for clubs, will also be in the game. So these are things I'm going to be looking out for. Any new sort of licensed teams, anything along those lines. I'll also be looking out for that as well. We'll see what we've got. I'll be keeping you guys informed, probably on either on YouTube or on my Twitter channel or Twitter account. So do go and follow that. The link to that is in the description as well. I'll try and keep regular updates on it on there as well. So what are my thoughts overall going into the FIFA 22 closed beta? As I've sort of put across already in this video, I think cautious optimism is the best way to put it. Lots of encouraging, positive announcements and changes they are claiming to have made. Only time will tell whether or not they will work in the game. I'm going to be as hypercritical as I possibly can, looking into this, trying to just analyse every sort of new feature, new detail in as much depth as I possibly can. Really, we really want to try and get just sort of the best sort of impression that we can. So hopefully, you know, you guys can see that there'll be no biasness either way here, not either for or against EA. I just want the best experience we can possibly get, and hopefully, you know, we are going to get that. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section whether you are optimistic, whether you're sort of pessimistic, not feeling it going into the beta. Let me know if you also have access to the beta. What game mode did you get? Career mode, pro clubs, ultimate team? Let me know, and I will do my best to get back to you. Try and read through every single comment if possible. Some do slip through the net, so I do apologise for that. If you're new to the channel, then please do subscribe and ring the bell so that you get notifications every time I upload. We've already spoke about our plans for the sort of future of the FIFA 22 closed beta, what you can expect. So hopefully, you know, we can get you guys on board. Leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed it, and as I mentioned, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. The link to that is in the description. On that note, we're going to finish it there. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon.